Hey, good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, thank you guys for watching the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, man, this does not work. I'm actually downtown here, waiting. Got a whole bunch of stuff we're going to be doing today, running around, and tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern, we'll be doing our live stream. Not sure exactly where yet. I'm going to be scouting out some locations today, and hopefully we'll be able to have a great location for our live stream. So, yesterday, I was fortunate enough to see Dak Prescott. Didn't actually see, as in like, hey, Dak, how you doing? Have a conversation. But was in close to him when he was actually doing some commercial shoot for Sleep Member and some advertisements, as well as several different interviews with like Chris Sims, and even got interviewed by Michael Vick. And the interesting thing was Michael Vick asked him about his contract and basically what he's hoping to have happen or what he thinks about it. And basically Dak said, you know what, it's out of my hands. I'm not going to worry about that. He's going to focus in on football. And there's been so much that has been made about his contract situation. And see, it's funny because we're always constantly talking about Dak Prescott and his contract and what he should get paid. And it's funny because he's not the only one that's in this boat. Because you look at Jared Goff, you look at Carson Wentz, you don't hear people talking about their contracts and how much should they get paid, do they? It's funny that it's only Dak Prescott that everybody's concerned with. But here you have Carson Wentz. When you look at him, technically, he's never played in a playoff game. Technically, he's been injured every year that he's played. His rookie year, he was injured in training camp and missed most of training camp. Second year, of course, the knee injury, and of course, this third year, recovering from the knee injury and the back injury. But nobody's talking about his kind of contract like they do about Dak Prescott. So Dak, a lot of people have been saying, I've had conversations with people and things like this. Early in the year, people were saying he's a bum. Don't pay him $10 million. He's not worth anything. Even though Nick Foles is scheduled to make $19 million as a backup for Philadelphia. Even though guys like Sam Bradford got $20 million and played in one game in Arizona. Even though guys like Jimmy Garoppolo was, for a moment there, the highest paid quarterback in the NFL off of 7 games, basically. Even though Kirk Cousins got $87 million guaranteed, and never beat Dak Prescott. So you look at all these contracts that are out there, and I'm not saying you want to break the bank and make him the highest paid quarterback in the NFL, because that prohibits what you're able to do as a team. But it's ludicrous for people to think that he should get paid $15 million a year when the going rate for basically a starting quarterback is basically about $25 million now for your quarterbacks. That's really the going rate. Alex Smith got $71 million guaranteed. And even while Dak Prescott was regressed last season, Alex Smith's numbers were worse than Dak Prescott. $71 million for 4 years as an aging quarterback. So that's been the topic of conversation of Dak Prescott. Quite honestly, he's in that $25, $28 million range. Whether you like it or not, there are very few quarterbacks in the NFL. Very few. Very few that you look at and say, that's a guy that can win. Whether or not you believe that he is, but take a look out there. Teddy Bridgewater? Joe Flacco? Nick Foles? That's the 3 quarterbacks out there that are going to be most sought at as free agents. And I can guarantee you, they're going to get upwards of $20 million wherever they go. I mean, you could try, Paxton Lynch signed with somebody, but quarterbacks, not many teams have them. Take a look at the Redskins. They spent $71 million last year. They gave up 4 draft picks, 3 number ones for an RG3. Franchise tag Kirk Cousins, and right now, still don't have a quarterback. The Giants have Eli Manning, who's an aging 2-time Super Bowl MVP. So, either you pay the man or you end up letting him go for somebody who doesn't exist. In today's NFL, you got to pay the man. It's the bottom line. It'll be interesting to see if the Cowboys do it before this season or during the season. And there's ways, because I know people are thinking, well, if you pay him $25 million, that's almost half of our cap room. Well, don't worry about that. We have about $54 million right now, with more to come because you're going to end up releasing some of the players that you have. And the Dallas Cowboys, if nothing else, are creative when it comes to the cap. Those numbers aren't written in stone. And generally speaking, I can guarantee you, if they sign Dak to a long-term deal, the first year will be very team-friendly, that it won't cost more than about 10 or 12 million, I would say, maybe 15 million for that first year. And considering that we ended up having $10 million last year still of Tony Romo's dead money, it's not really that bad. But then again, what do I know? I'm a guy with a day job and a voodoo doll, sitting around waiting at the Super Bowl. So I will see you guys later on. Tune in tonight for our Super Bowl live stream from somewhere in Atlanta. I'm Mark Holmes, and I'll see you guys soon.